What's going on, guys? My name is Depp, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 4 different programs that you can download that will safely disable Windows updates from being installed in your computer, as well as allow you to re-enable Windows updates in the future when you actually would like to install some kind of an update. So the first program that we're going to be downloading is a program called StopWindUpdates. It's on a website called Major Geeks, and all the links to all of these websites are going to be in the description of this video, so you can copy and paste them from there. So when we go to Major Geeks, click on download now, give it a second, and the download will start automatically. And when it's finished, we click on the folder. Then you want to right click on that zip folder, do extract. So when this program opens up, there is no installer, so this program never needs to be installed in a computer. It's just the one executable file that you run. So we're going to run this file, click yes, and then in this list there's going to be a bunch of different options. For our purposes, just for disabling Windows updates, we need to uncheck everything on this list because we don't want to disable everything. We just want to disable Windows updates. So leave that selected, click next. Now when this finishes, this is going to ask you if you would like to restart the computer. We're going to do finish, let it restart. This way the settings get reapplied and they take effect when we log back in. So when we get back to the operating system, we're going to log back in. So now if we go to Windows updates, if it was successful, we should not be able to receive them. So if you look on the left, Windows updates section is missing. And then if you click Windows Update on top, nothing happens, which means we successfully disable Windows updates. And the cool thing about this program is if you open it back up and you want to re-enable Windows updates, you run it again and do the same thing. Uncheck everything in the list because we don't want to tamper with everything on the operating system. Make sure, yeah, everything is unselected. And then this time do enable Windows updates. Click next and do the same thing. It's going to ask you for a restart. Click finish. This way the settings also get applied, and then the Windows update section should be restored in the settings application, and you can continue to safely use it. So let's get back in operating system. So now if we go to the start menu and we go to settings, Windows updates has been restored. Now if we click on check for updates, it'll continue checking normally, and the full functionality of Windows updates has been put back the way it was, untampered, continues to work. So now the second program that we're going to download is this program called StopUpdates 10. So I believe this was a program that was meant for Windows 10, but it does work on Windows 11. So when you get to this page, the download link on top actually comes with an installer, which means you would need to install the program. Let's download the portable version so we don't need to install anything on the system itself. So on the second download button on the bottom, click accept and download. Click on the folder. Then when this opens up, right click and do extract all. Click extract. Give it a second to complete. And then when that opens up, we're going to run this stopupdates10.exe. And there's really not much to select in this program. So we're just going to click stop Windows updates. Give it a couple of seconds to work. It'll say success, Windows update has been blocked. Click on X. And if we go to Windows updates, there we go. Something went wrong. Try to reopen the settings later, which means we successfully disabled Windows updates completely. And if we wanted to undo it, we can just go back to the program, do restore Windows updates, and this will revert the settings that it applied. And the cool thing I like about this program is you don't need to restart anything. It applies everything instantly. So if you go back to Windows updates, check for updates, the full functionality has been restored, and this is another great app that you can use in place of the first one. Now let's go to the third app in the list. Copy that link, paste it in Chrome, go to download. Let's go with the standard because enterprise doesn't apply to most home or business users. And when that's finished, this program will need to be installed. It comes with an installer. Accept, next, install. And once that's finished installing, we're going to run it. Give it a couple of seconds. And then make sure this is checked so it'll run automatically when we're finished. Now when this opens up, it'll say Windows updates are enabled, and this is what you'll get: enable or disable. So for our purposes, we're just disabling Windows updates. Click disable. Give it a couple seconds to work, and then if it was successful, it will disable Windows updates. So then you'll get this notification update on top that'll say Windows updates are disabled. So let's check if that's true. Let's go back to the settings app. Let's go back to Windows updates. Check for updates. Error encountered, which means we successfully disabled Windows updates. And if you wanted to put it back, you just open up the app, click enable, give it a couple seconds to apply the settings. And this is another great program that I also like because you don't need to restart the computer to apply any of your settings. They work instantly. And the only caveat with using this program is it has an installer, so it needs to be installed on the operating system versus the other programs that we've used, which are completely portable applications without an installer. And as you can see, Windows updates have been restored. Everything is working normally. Now the last program is this Windows Update Blocker. This is a program that I've personally been using on my computer for the last year or two, and I find it to be very effective. So if you scroll down to the bottom, don't click on these Get Now links, they're just ads, but we're looking for the download button at the bottom of the page. Click on download, give it a couple seconds, and then it'll automatically start downloading on your computer. And there it is. Click on the folder and right click on that wub.zip, extract all. Click extract. And this also is another program that's portable that doesn't have an installer. So if we run it, it basically just has enable and disable. So select disable updates. Make sure protect services settings is checked, and then do apply now. And then the service status will change to red. So service is disabled and protected. Protected meaning that it's protected from Windows re-enabling the update services automatically for you and trying to pull down updates anyway. Even if you disabled it, there's a protection mechanism built into the operating system that re-enables the updates, and it continues to try to pull them down. So those services are protected from being re-enabled. And if we look at Windows updates, we should not be able to get any. Check for updates. And sure enough, error encountered, updates have been successfully disabled. And the cool thing about this program as well is it doesn't need to be restarted. So if we do enable updates and apply now, it'll put everything back the way it was, and we can continue receiving updates normally, like we didn't tamper with anything and we didn't disable anything. Let's try again. And the updates have been restored. Everything looks to be functional. So you can choose whichever app you want out of the four. Personally, I've been using this Windows Update Blocker for a while. I love this program. It's great. And most of these programs are great. They're free. They're safe to use. You can disable and enable updates whenever you want. So Hopefully you found some luck with these programs and it helps you disable updates and turn off those annoying Windows updates from nagging you every week or breaking stuff. So I hope you found some value in the video. If you could, leave a like. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.